Hey, YouTube universe. This is Miss Max, and you are listening to Miss Max's Story Time. It's an adult entertainment channel. And I thought I would bring you out here to this interesting little park where there's overnight fishing sometimes, and these big old birds. I think these are geese. I'm not quite sure. But I wanted to ask a question. Have you ever had something so weird happen to you that you were sure you were crazy? Have you ever had anything happen that just couldn't be happening? And you were just like, I must be nuts. Well, I don't want to get into too much detail, but I've been being stalked lately, online and in person, surreptitiously and surrogately. So the person who's actually stalking me is doing so through surrogates. Don't ask me how that happened. I have no idea. I have some guesses and I have some ideas, but I can't say for sure. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I think these are birds. Geese, I mean. Yeah. I think it's a big fine to harass or otherwise molest these geese. So we're not going to do anything except maybe take their little picture here. But I wanted to tell you that, first of all, I never, ever date law enforcement. I have no idea how that happened. I don't have a bad feeling overall about law enforcement. However, I never would date one on purpose, a member of law enforcement, that is, and I would never recommend dating law enforcement on purpose. There's too much going on under the badge, if you know what I mean. So I think that's a bad idea. And even ex-law enforcement, once a cop, always a cop, that type of thing. So anyway, do what you will. I would never do it on purpose, but I accidentally did. And I say accidentally because I had no idea I was lied to. And that's another thing. If you suspect somebody is actually lying to you in a relationship, it's probably a really good time to get out of the relationship. Not hang in there and make excuses or in other ways justify. I mean, yeah, somebody could be excellent at certain things and very manipulative at other things and make you want to stay because they're meeting some sort of needs. But trust me, if they're lying, it's never ever worth it, ever. Because if they'll lie about little things or big things, they'll lie about everything, and that's just not good for you or me. So I'm going to speak toward me and the one true way for me, not necessarily for you. So, yes, when this first started happening with me being stalked, I had no idea what was going on. I mean, I did know that I was being followed. I didn't know by whom. I was still talking to this person who I suspect is actually stalking me with surrogates. And we were still having some sort of a relationship. However, that relationship has been terminated for some time now, and the stalking continues. And recently, it was irritating me to the point where, let's just say I looked into buying ammunition, but I feel like that was going to the extreme degree, because so far, other than somebody throwing a bottle of water at me in a moving car down the freeway, I haven't really been threatened. So I'll just stick with mace and not carry a firearm at this point. However, I just wanted to put it out there that to this very day, I am still being stalked, and it's quite an interesting situation. I'm not entirely sure how this started happening or why. but I am certain that it's somebody I used to date, and I'm certain that he's not doing it himself, that he's employed surrogates to do so somehow. He's not that rich, so I imagine he has a cunning way of doing it. My guess is that he put in an ad for help wanted or learn how to become a private investigator, and he's actually got people believing that somehow when this is over there'll be some sort of qualified private investigator. However, I can't speak to whether or not they would be qualified, but following me around day and night really doesn't qualify a person to become a private investigator. So with that being said, I want to let you know, my dear YouTube universe, that I miss you. I have been a little bit nutty because who would stalk me? I'm not that interesting. Well, I'm interesting sometimes, very occasionally interesting. Not always interesting, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. I guess you could be boring as mud and still get stalked, or ugly as dirt and still get stalked, but since I am neither, it should not surprise me. With that being said, I miss you, and I hope you're having a good, interesting, non-stalked life, and I will see you soon. Take care, friends and family and fiends of all ages. Oh, this is Miss Max, and you're listening to Miss Max's Story Time. It's an adult entertainment channel, and you should be an adult to listen to my channel. I should have said that at the beginning, of course, but it's been a while since I've actually signed on and talked, but I missed you so much and got excited about what I was saying. I may have forgotten to say that. In any case, have a great evening or great day whenever you're looking at this video, and good night and goodbye. See you next time.